Taurus, Spirit is encouraging you to take a bold step forward, to cross a threshold. But this step forward, while it's bold and it's big and it leads to huge changes, it's going to be felt by you kind of in a subtle way. So Spirit's not asking you to radically uproot and change everything in your life, but just to note the soul shifts that are occurring within you. There is something that you must leave behind, and for a lot of you, it's kind of like a framework, a mental framework you had of who you are or what's important to you in life. Maybe there was something you were working up to for a long time and suddenly you find yourself shifting onto a new path. For others of you, it could be an old story, an old love story, an old friendship, an old connection, something like that, But Spirit is really adamant that it's time to really release that, let that go. And it can be hard. And a lot of you have let things go, don't get me wrong. But it can be hard to let things go because our understanding of ourselves is largely determined on our past experiences. That's how we know what's happened to us in our life and who we are and what made us the way we are and how we got to where we are now. It's the past is that whole foundation that we understand ourselves through, that lens of the past. But Spirit is saying that a gate is opening, the farther gate, where you're taking that bold step forward. And once you go through this farther gate, it's like all of that stuff, while it was important, and sure, it played a hand in getting you to where you are now, but now when you go through that gate, it's like that stuff does not need to come along. Okay, and so for many of you, this is going to be a huge release. And I got the message that you're unclogging something. And I saw this energy move up through you. And I was getting this word cerebellum. Okay, so there's some energy that's traveling to your crown chakra. So I channeled a few messages here. I'm going to go through these and then we'll talk a little bit about the cards that came out, which I'm so excited for because they sync up perfectly with the downloads. And then we'll get into the tarot. I'm an intuitive reader. I work with the energy and I use cards, I use charms, I use writing down messages as a way to translate the energy that I'm picking up on. So if that's your thing, then stick around. And if not, that's cool too. Also, happy birthday season to the sun sign Taurians. It's my birthday today, and I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. And if you're not a sun sign Taurus, then you're still welcome here, of course, or wherever you have Taurus in your chart, or even if you don't have any personal planets, of course you're welcome here as well. And there is a message in here for you too. Okay, so big change felt in subtle ways. And then I got, you should pay attention when it rains. I don't know, we'll see as the cards come out how this makes sense. And then I got that the most important part of something has been left out. It's almost like a broken telephone. There's been a narrative that's been perpetuated over time, and the origin of this story has been lost along the way. Maybe it's your origin story, what you're meant to do here, what you came to do in this lifetime. Or maybe it's an origin story of a union you're in, or I don't know, some path that you're walking on. But it feels like over time, there's been all these outside influences affecting the narrative and leaving out the most important part. What is the most important part? I'm hearing love, but let's see, what's the most important part? Magic. Love and magic. Your magic is the most important part. This beautiful pentagram here, pentacle, with all the 4 elements and spirit. Your ability to bring all of this together and create what you want in this lifetime. So even though the past has built up a sort of foundation on which you stand, and it's great to have gratitude for that foundation, know that you can change your story radically if you so choose, if you want to. So magic is the most important thing that has been left out in this narrative. And for some of you, it's a narrative that you're telling yourself or someone's telling you about who you are. And for others of you, it's a narrative about a union that you're in or that you were in. It's like the magic part of it is somehow been left out. Okay, so take that or not. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry. I also got this, which is so beautiful. I heard, see beyond into the souls of others, and you will find yourself along the way. So see beyond the persona that people put up, whether it's a lovely, beautiful persona, or whether it's a horrible, nasty persona, whatever it is, the mask that people wear, and people wear multiple masks in different environments, okay? See beyond those personas, those identities that people ascribe to, into the soul of someone, because you can do it. You have magic. And there's something about gazing into the soul of another that is really important for you to understand who you are and maybe who you're not. So I got the numbers 11, 11, and 55. And then the cards that came out was 11 and 55. So I'm excited because when that happens, Spirit's like telling me really straight up, you're on the right track here. We're going down the path that we're meant to go down. And then I got the number 57 with the wall, the obstacle, which equals an 11. Again, so it brings us back to the deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Now, another thing that came through, and I have no idea what it means. I tried to look it up and I don't know what it means, but it was Timkin or Timikin. I don't know. I searched it and some stuff came up about a museum called Timkin and some Egyptian mythology, but I couldn't actually find the word. And I was hearing Timikin, but all I'm finding is Timkin. I don't know. So if maybe that's a message for someone. If you know what that means, if it actually means something maybe symbolic. There's also something about Odin coming up here and Norse mythology, then let me know in the comments below and I'll pin it if it is even a thing. I don't know, but it's what I got. That museum is in San Diego, so that might be specific. Interesting. That might be for someone. I heard specific there. Okay, let's see what energies are supporting Taurus at this time. So yeah, let me just show you these cards because they're so beautiful. Deep quiet, meditation and stillness, the farther gate, bold step forward, and the wall with obstacles. And I feel like the obstacles card here is saying to you, Taurus, Taurus energy is pretty realistic. Okay, we know that there's going to be obstacles on the path, but that doesn't make us stop going forward. It doesn't stop us in our tracks. We still go forward despite the obstacle on the path. We'll figure it out, as we always do. And I'm not just saying that about Taurus in general. It's like whoever I'm connecting with today, I can feel that in your energy. You always figure it out one way or another. Remember that. If you're going to take anything from the past, remember that you know how to figure things out. Even when they're challenging or when somebody puts up a wall with something, you still know how to find the farther gate, and it has to do with your magic. There's something about having a 360 perspective. You can see all around a situation. You can see all of the energy that's implicated, I'm hearing, in a situation. Interesting. Okay, let's see the energy that is supporting Taurus at this time. Something about 100 days, 100 nights. One more, Spirit. For Taurus energy. What is the energy supporting Taurus? Truth. Well, that's good. This looks like a quill, like a pen. So maybe you're writing something down, or you're meant to. I had an amazing, deep, huge, symbolic dream last night, and I told myself I was going to write it down, but I haven't. But now I'm being reminded of that. So perhaps you need to write down your dreams, because you'll come back to it and you'll be surprised at what they tell you You know, sometimes that happens with tarot. We don't really know what the message is about. We come back 6 months later, watch it again, and we're like, oh, I understand it perfectly now. Something about your dreams doing the same thing for you. Truth is what is supporting you. The true path. Your true path. Let's see. And the missing piece. We have growth with this beautiful spiral for the challenge. Yeah, I do feel like you may have been kind of, well, I'm hearing kicking up dust. Maybe you're going in circles here with something, and it feels like you're not moving forward, or you're in the same space, because the big change, I underlined big as well, and 55 is a number of change. The big change seems much needed and welcomed. And especially because it's going to be felt in subtle ways, because I don't feel like you're looking for a massive tower moment or a huge paradigm shift of your reality. I feel like this is a soul change that you're looking for, or a change in perspective, a change in the way that you're feeling lately, a change in your growth pattern. Okay, so growth has been the challenge, number 15, which is the Devil card. Perhaps you've been stuck on something, okay, or something's like repeating, coming back around and around for you. A thought, a person, a situation. I don't know. But that's the wall, that's the obstacle. Let's go further in and find out more about the truth for Taurus. Tell me, Spirit, about the truth for Taurus. We have the Ace of Spoons. It says energy. I can't remember what this card is. I think it might be the Ace of Wands, but it doesn't really matter because I'm using it as an oracle anyways. Energy, the truth about your energy. That's what's supporting you. The truth about your magic. Yeah, the dream I had last night was cool. It's like somebody was telling me about my magic, a guide maybe. And I feel like that because I'm bringing it up, I feel like this is happening for you too. You're going to learn the truth about your energy, about your magic. Well, let's go further. What is the truth about Taurus's energy and magic? I'm telling you, spirituality and the mystic, number 5, which is the Hierophant. And we have burnout, Ace of Candles. Okay, so maybe this is the Ace of Wands, and then the Ace of Spoons maybe potentially is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Spirituality and burnout, burning the candle at both ends. And I'm noticing we have Medusa here. You have to conserve your energy, Taurus. You are a powerhouse. Taurus energy perseveres. They can do a lot. They have a lot of stamina, a lot of will, a lot of drive. And I feel like you're doing too much here. And this makes sense because we have deep quiet. It's a time for meditation and stillness. So some of you need to slow down, take a little bit of a break. You're doing a lot. Medusa, what a horrific story of Medusa. Now, if you don't know it, I implore you to look at it because it's coming up in your reading, okay? But Medusa is misunderstood. Let's just put it that way. She's misunderstood. And she has this, but it's her, hold on. The misunderstanding people have of her is what protects her. Okay, so remember that, Taurus. If somebody doesn't understand you or doesn't see the most important thing that's missing, your magic, in the narrative that they have about you or about you two together or whatever it is, then it's for your protection that they don't see that. You're cloaked in a sense, right? Spirit is protecting you. Because your energy is precious here with the farther gate, truth. So don't try to make anyone see something about you if they cannot. There's no point in that. Those who need to see will see. Now, I can't help but notice we got two flames. This has been coming up. Twin flame, twin blame. I like that, twin blame, because often that's the story, right? But there could be someone else who is kind of like posing as a reflection point for you. And I feel as though you've reflected, okay? And you know the truth of the situation. And maybe that's why it's okay to let this go now as you go through the further gate. Let's find out more about your challenge with growth for Taurus. Ooh, I just felt like this, you know, those things that go on your head like that. I felt it like kind of on my forehead. Energy. Friendship, the twins. There's so maybe the twin blame is a friend. Okay. We have another card of mirroring here. Friendship with growth. I feel like, Taurus, you've had some friendships that didn't really serve you, okay? I feel like they were lacking depth or reciprocity, or perhaps they didn't honor your spiritual side and your energy. And I feel like part of your frustration with your growth or lack thereof has been related to the people that you surround yourself with, even if you didn't know they were affecting you in that way. You know, sometimes we keep friends, and Taurus is pretty loyal in its higher polarity, right? So Taurus will keep friends for eons, okay, even if they've outgrown them. And so maybe it's time to let go of some friendships that belong to that past. Friendships that are just not resonating with you and where you want to go in your life. Because you don't want to hold back your growth just because someone that you once cared for cannot grow with you or cannot just grow in their life in general. Because I do feel like new friendships want to come in for you, Taurus. But you got to clear some old ones out. And also remember, those that you choose to surround yourself with and mesh your energy, intertwine your energy with, because that's what happens when we spend time with people, we intertwine our energies, will affect your energy, how others perceive you, how you perceive yourself. So if there's somebody that you would not like to be associated with, then make that decision to grow out of that friendship. Okay? And for some of you, you just need a new friend. Maybe you don't have any friendships to release, but you need a new friend. A friend who's in alignment with you on a spiritual level. Okay? The navigator, vision, judgment, because you're going to this place here that's unknown to you, but very exciting, a place of enlightenment, a place of walking down the right road to the right things. I'm hearing dual navigation system. Is that a thing? Dual navigation system? You have a vision here, and I feel like there's somebody out there in the universe who could walk with you. Maybe this is even in love, and it starts out as friends. Okay? I don't know. Maybe it's a deeper friendship with a family member. You put it where it needs to go, you know, wherever it resonates for you. Your friends are really important, even if you feel like you have good boundaries. Everybody that you bring into your energetic field will play a significant role. So be mindful and conscious of that. Skills, the conjurer. I feel like you're learning a new psychic skill, actually. Okay, let's get in further. And I also feel like there's a friend who has some skills that would benefit you. It's almost like a collaborative energy. Someone's really good at, I don't know, doing something, and you're really good at doing the other thing, and you come together and you go forward and you create something. This could even be in love. Okay, the Tower for your overall energy. Yeah, see, it's like you're feeling the need for a big change. But there is reservation to this change because you don't want it to be, I mean, who wants this, right? Like, you don't want it to be a tower situation. And Spirit's saying it's not. It's a subtle shift. If you can release some of these things and allow new things to come in towards you. And you don't burn yourself out. If you burn yourself out, the tower's going to happen. This is literally an image of a burnout, okay? So honor your own energy. Because if you burn yourself out, if you take advantage of your own energy and you overexpend your energy, then you're going to invite other energies who will want to do that as well with you, or maybe they are like that themselves, and that's not going to be a very fruitful path for you. I'm hearing give an inch and they'll take a mile. So be very discerning about who you give your energy to, even if it's like a phone call, or it's, going for a walk with someone, or it's even just thinking about somebody. That's giving your energy to something as well. Ask yourself, is this really helping me in this moment to expend my energy? Is there somewhere else my energy wants to flow and go that would make me feel better in general? 222 on the clock. So let's see, Taurus. I also was getting this message. I'll just say it now because it's popping into my mind that Wednesday, the next Wednesday after you watch this, there might be a little bit of a conflict that unfolds. 9 of Pentacles, and you might feel like you're suddenly on your own with something. What do you want to say about that? Judgment. The conflict is going to allow you to see something where you are compared to where someone else is on their path. There's some immature energy here. For some of you, this is going to happen at a group gathering. I know this is very specific, but I am getting it. It's like in a group, you'll see something, hear something, someone will do something dumb, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, we're really not compatible. But it's meant for you, like this event, this situation is meant for you to see just that, okay? So let's see what you don't see coming, aside from that, what you don't see coming for Taurus. Wheel of Fortune and the 4 of Swords. Yes, beautiful rest here. Deep, quiet, meditation and stillness. This is the energy that you need so that you have the strength when you come across the obstacle on your path. I am going to ask more about what this obstacle is. But what you don't see coming is that your new cycle that you're feeling is coming, or you are anticipating or wanting to happen, this fortunate new cycle with new energy, like, you've cleared some karma. It's time for a new experience, basically. Okay? I'm hearing something about letting things slip away. It's not going to be the Tower. Spirit's saying it again. It's going to come in easy. And maybe there is something about your dream that's bringing in this new cycle. I feel like my dream last night just started a new cycle for me. It was like the start of it. So this could be happening for you too. It's a restful new cycle. Don't burn out. You have something big to offer the world. Some of you are writing or researching or creating something. Some of you are musicians, but there's something here that you're doing that you need to do at your pace. I mean, you can push yourself pretty damn hard, Taurus. And it's funny because if other people try to push you, you're like, Nope, not doing it. I mean, this is a stereotype, but it's true for me. Someone tries to push me to do something, I just dig my heels in. And not out of like malice or anything. It's just like that's the reaction I have. But for myself, I'll push myself further than I need to go in some circumstances. And so remind yourself of that too, that you can burn yourself out. Interesting. Okay. So what you don't see coming is this new cycle that is full of rest and relaxation. Taking a bold step forward doesn't have to be exhausting. Not now. Not in this cycle. It was before, but not now. So let's see what the obstacle is for you, Taurus. 7 of Wands. I'm hearing back up against the wall, defending yourself. Well, when you have the truth and you are operating in the energy of truth, there's no need to defend yourself. Okay, the truth speaks for itself. The truth emanates. Its frequency. So there's something about you releasing the need or feeling like you need to prove the truth of a situation. Prove who someone is, prove who you are, prove what needs to be done. Defend yourself. Let somebody do whatever it is they're doing or say whatever it is they're saying, even if it's not true. Okay, and this is a general reading, so I know me saying that is not applicable to all situations in all times and all places, but in this reading, this is the advice that's coming through. Okay, because truth is in your support and the 7 of Wands is in your challenge. So I feel like Spirit is saying, let the truth stand for itself as it will, energetically, or just as it is, right? The more you push for something, the harder it gets. So if somebody questions you or whatever, just let them. Just let them. I'm hearing something like, let them exhaust themselves with their own delusions. That's for someone. The Hangman. Yeah, exactly. Whoever you might feel like you have some kind of riff with in some way, maybe professionally, personally, maybe it's even an aspect of yourself, but I feel like this is someone outside of you. It's just let them say and do whatever it is they're going to do. You have no reason to get defensive about something because it's just going to take up your energy. It's going to expend your energy, and there's no need for that expensive energy there because they're just hanging in this. They're not going to the farther gate. Let's just put it that way. There's this, perhaps some stubborn energy. This might be the little bit of that broken telephone. Somebody saying the same narrative over and over because it serves them. And maybe they just don't see that yet. They could in time. Okay? And maybe it is their truth, right? Like, maybe it is working for them to believe whatever it is they want to believe. Just allow it. It's fine. Okay. I feel like any kind of like fighting, pushing, trying harder. It's like that's the energy. Spirit's like, not right now. Don't do that right now. Okay, because this new cycle wants to come in and it wants to come in subtly. And you're over here kind of anticipating a tower when there's no need for that. Or worried about a tower. So let's see the opportunity. Page of Wands. A gentle fresh start. Energy coming in for you. A new path. Being positive. I'm hearing getting your message out. The 8 of Pentacles. Getting your message out. So in the past, you might have been working on something and it fell like a house of cards, okay? Maybe it wasn't stable enough, or you didn't take your time with it, or it was the wrong materials symbolically, right? Like there was just something about it that was not you, was not aligned with who you were. And now you're rebuilding, and you're doing it with this newfound passion. You're changing your direction. You're crossing the threshold, and you have new materials to work with. You have a better vision for yourself. You understand what doesn't work and what does work. And what works here, we have the pentacle, is your magic. You forgot to build with your magic before, or you put it in the back seat, you didn't put it in the forefront. And now Spirit's saying you're going to build using your magic, your talent, your skills, your faith, your trust, your intuition, your truth. And it won't fall like a house of cards. You're going to go slow and steady with it too. Okay, let's see the challenge, or the energies working against you, we could say. Ooh, Two of Cups. There's that friendship or twin blame, twin flame, soulmate, whatever, however you want to conceptualize it. There's somebody else here, or could even be a past you, since these people look like they could be the same person, maybe at different stages of their life, a past you that you need to release a little bit, because there is another energy here in your reading that is presenting this obstacle and challenge. Tell me more about this Two of Cups. Eight of Cups, yeah, that's the message, the Chariot. It's time to walk away and go forward boldly, with courage, knowing that you are guided and protected. It's okay, Taurus. It's going to be okay. You got this. In a big way, you got this. So let's see advice a little bit further. I'm going to pull out the advice, the outcome, and then another oracle card, but I am going to do an extended reading. In the extended reading, I'll go a layer deeper into this message, see what else comes out. I'm curious what's underneath all of this. But if you can't go to that, or you don't want to for whatever reason, then just trust that Spirit gave you the info you needed right here, right now. The link for the extended is in the description box below. So can we get a little bit more guidance here for Taurus, Spirit? Six of Swords, another card of moving to calmer waters, changing your mentality about something, a new mentality, detaching also mentally and emotionally from some connection you have. Tell me more about this connection. Ace of Wands. This connection was a catalyst, Six of Cups, but it's something from the past here. A past catalyst. I'm seeing somebody shooting out of a cannon here. It's like this person was the thing that shot you out of the cannon, and you needed to do that. But you don't need to return to it now. Interesting. You landed where you needed to land, the Lovers. Maybe you have a new friend coming in that's deeper, or a new love connection that's deeper, wiser. Or maybe you have a better connection with yourself. You're making bigger decisions in your life that have bigger impacts on your soul. You're not scared to take the bold step forward. They shot you out of a cannon. I don't think they gave you a choice, but now you're choosing to make the big decisions and big leaps of faith. Okay, so let's see what's going to manifest for you, dear Taurus, in the next 3 months. For Taurus, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles. I love this page energy for you, because when you cross a threshold and you enter the new, yes, you still are the wise soul that you are. We got Medusa here showing up for you in spirituality, but you're also fresh when you go into a new cycle. You have fresh energy, a fresh outlook. You're prepared to learn more. You're excited to do something. There's nothing like that initial excitement when starting a new project or learning something new, or I don't know, becoming a new version of yourself or a new relationship. Like that excitement of fulfilling your potential is going to return to you. And now you also have all the added wisdom to back you up. But I feel like you're creating a new foundation for yourself right here based on your magic. A new foundation. That's what you're building. It's like your house of cards. You're scrapping the past foundation in which you understood yourself, or who you understood yourself to be. It's like, okay, that served me. I know that person. That's great. But it's time. I'm seeing this time. Take your time. I just saw the time sticking out here. Take your time. It's now time to be more mindful, discerning, and deliberate about who you're becoming and build a new foundation based on your magic. Okay, let's pull one more oracle card and then we'll go into the extended. I hope this reading helped you, Taurus, and gave you some reassurance on your path. Let's see. I mean, there are obstacles. Don't get me wrong. But you know what to do with that. You do. The biggest takeaway, I think, from this, well, maybe it's not the biggest takeaway, but the biggest practical advice is not to burn yourself out and be very conscious of who and where you give your energy to. Let's see, Spirit. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. Number 20, the card of awakening again. Let's see. Options, choices and their consequences, life's blessings. A great feast is laid out before you and requires you to choose. What will satisfy your hunger? Something new and unconventional with its potential for bitter or savory qualities, or something you already know you love? You are faced with a plethora of options right now, and while that may seem to be an extraordinary thing, too many choices can throw you off balance. Perhaps this is the burnout. There's so many options. You might be worried that once you commit, you won't be able to turn back or refuse to confront the consequences of that decision. The most important thing to realize is that the feast is offering you experience. No amount of overanalyzing or strategizing will help you make the right choice right now. Don't debate the right or wrongness. Instead, just choose. In the choosing is the seed of experience, and that is what is necessary now. Sour, bitter, sweet, savory, what matters is relishing the experience until you digest all that your choice is offering you right now. Only one warning. Avoid the same choice if it keeps you hungry. If something didn't feel good or does not bring you what it seemingly promised, do not choose it again. The experience will only repeat itself, and you'll have more than a bad taste in your mouth. The feast is yours to enjoy. You can always go back for more when you're hungry again, for life's blessings are ever available to you and calling your name. Beautiful, Taurus. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.